Hello, mixtresses and mixters. This is Mixtressrae. You're watching Mixtress Video. First of all, I just want to say happy 2022 to everyone, and thank you to everyone that's been doing VR since I've been putting a hashtag on all my fucking videos lately, and people have been doing little VRs, and it's super cute and super fun to see them, and I love it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling super positive about the year. Yeah, I'm feeling good. This is kind of a VR till Sylvain because this is, I'm sort of doing a reflection on 2021 and sort of bringing you guys in on the super personal. I mean, it doesn't feel that personal to me. Just letting you guys in on my sort of year spread. Last year I actually did the year wheel of the year spread thing in a ritual video with you guys, or I shared it with you guys, but this year I did it off camera because that's just how it happened. All of my witchy stuff, my rituals and things are all very spontaneous, so I never even have a particular spread that I do necessarily. I almost always pick one card per month, but the rest of it I just kind of make up on the spot. So I was going to share not only reflections of last year, but also just sort of what we'll do this year. Okay, or what I picked this year. So I'll start with I guess we could just start with my cards from last year and kind of, first of all, I have a terrible memory, and one of my goals for 2022 is to be better at journaling. This is mega glare. Okay, well, I'll just have to pick them up. So, I'm just going to tell you what I actually fucking remember about 2021. So January 2021, I had the Chariot as my card. Who could say? Although I'm pretty sure January 1st last year it snowed. It was like a snowstorm. And it snowed today too, which is really crazy. I don't remember anything specific that happened to me in January last year, so got no stories for you on that. February last year, I got 3 of Cups. This was a month that it was kind of I was asked to do this special project at work. So I got to spend a lot of my work hours doing sitting in a bunch of Zoom meetings, and it was just kind of a special task force kind of thing that I got chosen to be a part of, and it made me feel kind of honored that I got to be a part of it. And I also kind of bonded with my boss during this whole thing. Because we were sort of frustrated by the same kind of thing, so we were often texting each other during these little seminars and stuff, since we were all most of them were from home anyway because of the pandemic. So I got to do a lot of work from home that month, and I got to feel like I was an important member of the library, which was nice. And so yeah, I definitely felt the sort of coven-ness of just library life, kind of. Yeah, February was a good month last year. March, I got 7 of Pentacles. I feel like I'm almost always in a 7 of Pentacles space, just that sort of taking a step back and assessing my progress with whatever it is. So I don't remember anything specific about last year necessarily, but yeah, I'm sure I was in a 7 of Pentacles space last March. Ace of Pentacles was my card of the month for April last year, 2021. This was sort of this was a good month. This was the month that I got my 3 of Swords tattoo, and I went on an overnight trip with one of my best friends, and it was an important trip for us to go on together, because we just hadn't been anywhere together alone in over a decade, I think. Yeah, that's true. Because I think the last time, like the only time we've ever been on a road trip, just the two of us, was in 2009. And then again in 2021. So it was a really good bonding experience for us. And we got tattoos together with our other friend, who is the tattoo artist. And it was really great. So, Ace of Pentacles, yeah, lots of prosperity. In May last year, I got the Queen of Cups. I'm looking at notes over here. And this is when I got my Batwing tattoo finished. And when I did like a big kind of reclaiming of myself sort of ritual. So that's pretty Queen of Cups, because I do think of Queen of Cups as being like, she's kind of like the oracle of tarot. I think of her that way, of the court cards, the oracle of the court cards. I like it. Yeah, it was a good month. May was a good month. Even though I will later in the year find out something really terrible happened in May. I didn't know it at the time. In June, 7 of Wands was my card. This was a month where I got a few different things done. I started back in the makerspace, I think, in April. And then in May, I was just spending a lot of time, like every Tuesday, I work in the makerspace, which is a space within the library. And I spent a lot of time the first couple months in the makerspace. I didn't really have very many appointments. I was just kind of refamiliarizing myself with the space for the first month or so. And so I spent a lot of time just doing stuff for myself, to be honest. And one of the things I did was I worked out how to get my podcast put on Spotify. So that was something I did that month. So sort of standing up for myself, sort of realizing that that was just a good month for me psychologically, to kind of realize that I could promote myself better, just in general, just like figure out how to do things for myself better, if that makes sense. And then in July, 8 of Swords. So this was almost like, this month worked out to be almost like a reversed 8 of Swords, because I kind of broke out of some, mental stuff. Like I was in a high for like a couple of months after I did that ritual. Honestly, it was really a good spell that I did for myself back in May. And in July, that was when I got again, in the time that I had in the makerspace, I signed up on Teespring and I got merch put up. The link is always in the description below if you want any of my Mixtress Radio merch. I got one design uploaded. That's all I've got so far, but I'm happy with it, and I've made a few sales, and it's been fun to have that stuff out there. I'd been meaning to make merch forever, and I did. July was the month that I was able to finally monetize my YouTube channel, which is great. I just got the first payout from it, literally last month was the first payout, but July was when I actually monetized my channel. So I think this is more of a reverse 8 of Swords, because I was breaking out of some sort of psychological barriers that I'd set up for myself over the years, and just getting a few different things done. I mean, this isn't big stuff, nothing super big happened to me last year. It was just some body modifications and getting a few things done, like monetizing my YouTube channel, and just little things like that, August was Strength. It was actually July 31st, but pretty much August. I went on a little day trip with a couple of friends, and I got my septum pierced. So it's my first facial piercing, or my first new piercing, period, in since my early 20s, so at least 15 years. So that was kind of cool. And I also, in August, that's when I went to the Garbage / Alanis Morissette / Cat Power concert. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, strength. I think of strength as like really overcoming fears. So I think it really, I mean, it might sound silly, but like deciding to get another piercing was something that I really did have to overcome some fear to get to. Plus, going to an outdoor concert with a bunch of people, you know, I was really scared to do that because of the pandemic and everything, but it worked out great. It was an outdoor venue. Everybody was pretty much socially distanced, and we put masks on if we were gonna like go out into the crowd to like, you know, buy a drink or something. But yeah, it was, that was a good time. Next year I will have better, I will be keeping, I'm going to show you guys my planner here in a minute too, because I'm going to try to be better about journaling and stuff like that. So hopefully next year I will have more to say than just like, oh, I remember I got my septum pierced that month. Anyway, where are we? September, Six of Swords. So September was the month that I finally got my roller skates and started skating. So it's almost like I was literally rolling towards calmer waters. I was, you know, for like the first time in my entire adult life, I was feeling somewhat athletic back in September. Six of Swords. So yeah, I think this kind of fits with the way that I view Six of Swords as being kind of a healing from trauma kind of card. October, Queen of Swords. I should have trusted myself. I don't know if I shared this on my channel because it's just embarrassing, to be honest. But it was October 4th that I sprained my thumb, and it's still kind of fucked up. I'm gonna be honest, it's still kind of fucked up. So it was a roller skating accident, and I actually, before I went that day, I pulled a couple of cards, actually asking the cards because I wasn't really feeling up to skating that day, and I asked the cards if I should go, and I got the Tower and Three of Swords, and I ignored it and went anyway. Like a lesson in trusting tarot and trusting yourself. So this is more like October was more of like a Queen of Swords reversed kind of month. Although this particular Queen of Swords looks pretty like downtrodden. I was definitely like, I was pretty depressed after I sprained my thumb because it happened at the very beginning of a 2-week vacation. I was so excited about roller skating and I was having so much fun. And like less than a month after I get on skates, I injure myself. And I've only skated like 4 times since then. If even that, maybe 3. It's pretty sad. But I still have my skates. Like, you know, I don't have any like ambitious plans to get back on them anytime soon because now it's the middle of winter, but whatever. So that was more of a reverse Queen of Swords month. November is Page of Wands. The only thing I have written down for like something that happened in November was food trauma. I actually like, I don't think I said anything about this on my channel, but I have talked about it pretty extensively on my radio show. Anyway, I kind of realized that I have a complicated relationship to food. That's the short way of putting it. And so kind of like, you know, in Page of Wands is kind of how I saw myself whenever in my adolescence. I see myself as a Page of Wands back then, kind of. Really all the pages relate to the kind of child that I was. But I realized that I have a lot of food trauma and I've started to heal it. And I've started eating meat again after I've been a vegetarian since I was 17, and I started eating meat again kind of in November. but really more seriously in December. So it's really been mostly just the last month and a half. And I feel so much healthier. I'm just eating differently than I was before, because I had to start asking myself questions like about what foods I like, how much I want to eat, what do I want to eat. It's like, it sounds silly to say out loud, but like I've just been healing my relationship to food trauma since November. And that was my Page of Wands month. So I've actually made some serious progress on that, and it's pretty fucking great, actually. And then December, Hierophant. So Hierophant was also the collective card of the year for 2021 for all of us. So I think I was feeling that most in December, just kind of, and also I was planning for my future. I was planning for 2022. I was really thinking about, how am I going to do a depth year? I started my budget that I plan to have, my monthly budget that I plan to have for all of 2022. I started it December 1st and I succeeded. Yeah, I think, questioning structures and questioning beliefs and questioning who to trust as mentors in this life. I think that's what the Hierophant is about. And I've definitely been in that space for the last month, for sure. Okay, so that's my cards from 2021. For 2022, I'll show you first. I pulled a few different oracle cards. I pulled a Goddess of the Year, and I got Lakshmi and Abundance. And I want to read for you from the guidebook. There's this, I don't usually like go for poetry, but I should have had this like marked and ready, but now I'm just looking for it. There it is. But I really like the poem that's at the beginning for this card. I am the ever-flowing outpouring of plenty, the inexhaustible, the never-ending. From the fullness of my being, I give richly and opulently, generously and copiously, luxuriously and liberally. I am limitless, for I cannot be contained. I am everywhere and will never cease to be. So I kind of love. I've never picked a goddess for the full year before. Like last year I picked a goddess for every season, but that didn't really end up feeling significant to me. So hopefully a goddess of the year will be a little different. So that's my goddess of the year. I also picked an animal of the year, and I got tarantula. And this is about like following your, in the guidebook it says, this is from Kim Cran's Animal Spirit, by the way. And this is just Goddess Oracle. It says some stuff about Dharma and finding your own true soul's path. And it also recommends a journaling practice as sort of like, finding your Dharma. So I think this is really great advice for me for the year, for sure. And also I associate spiders with the goddess Kali, who's a goddess that's important to me. So it's kind of like she's showing up for me here too. And then I picked a song of the year from my own little homemade song oracle that I collaged onto the back of that 90s tarot. And I got Dress by PJ Harvey. So, I'm probably gonna have to sing it, right? Put on that dress, I'm going out dancing, starting off red, clean and sparkling, he'll see me. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Music play, make a dream before dancing. There must be a way that I can dress to please him. It's hard to walk in a dress, it's not easy. I'm spilling over like a heavy loaded fruit tree. If you put it on. So this is like, just sort of like a sexy little dancing song, like nothing serious. But this is a good reminder for me, if I think of this as the song of the year, then the vibe of the year is to not take anything too seriously. Dance. Feel abundant. Know that I cannot be contained. And dance. You know? Right? And then I sort of stole the idea from Grace to pick. I've never done like a word of the year or anything like that, but usually I will pick one card per month from Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and I decided I was just gonna pick one for the whole year for 2022, and then I was gonna, use that as sort of, possibly if I liked the theme enough, use this as sort of my theme of the year and kind of my word of the year. And I got the same one that Grace got for 2021, and I think she's also using it for 2022. Release. So I am planning to, like a lot of fucking people, I am planning to do sort of a depth year. I'm gonna make this so you can actually see it. No glare. I am sort of planning to do a depth year in 2022. And it's mostly just that I have a kind of strict internet shopping budget for myself. At this moment, January 1st, I'm thinking that the budget that I set for myself might not be strict enough, but I don't know if I'm going to change it or not. Right now, I'm just sticking with my plan, and I'm not sure exactly how release fits into what I want to do, except maybe I want to release that sort of feeling of anxiety and desperation that I'm sure several of you might be familiar with if you also have a shopping problem in any way, and I definitely do. So I do want to release sort of that feeling. I don't want to want things. Like sometimes I want to want something, I would like to let go of that. So then I'm going to hopefully somewhat quickly go through. I picked, I did a weirdo thing. Okay, I should just tell you that I did this before I show this off to you guys. But I went through today, January 1st, and I put all of my tarot decks in order. All of them, except Tarot of the Cat People, which I'm working with right now, so I didn't put that one in order. And then Marigold Tarot, which I used to pull my cards for the year. I used that, and it's still out on like a little table, alternate altar table in the other room. I'm just leaving it out for now. But all of my other tarot decks I put in order today. It took several hours. And the idea is that it's just sort of an informal test of like, when I use that particular deck again, I will notice that it's still in order. And I can say, oh yeah, I put all of my decks in order on January 1st. What is it today? August? Wow, I haven't used this deck in 8 months. There are several tarot decks that even if I don't use them all fucking year, I'm still going to keep them because they're important to me. But I like to do that. I don't think I did it last year, but I did it in 2020, and it's just a nice cleansing ritual. Like if you have the time on that day and you like monotonous tasks like I do, I would recommend it. Of course, it depends on how many tarot decks you have, and it depends on if you like monotonous tasks like I do. But I did it, and then also, since all of my decks were in order, I went through and all of my cards, my monthly cards for the year, I went through and I decided which card I wanted to show you guys to represent from which deck. Yeah, I know. Monotonous, right? Anyway, so I did that. So my card of January is King of Cups. So I like that. I think of the King of Cups as being very emotionally controlled, very loving, and emotionally controlled. Has a lot to give, you know? So I like that for January. I feel like that means I'm gonna feel emotionally whole this month. I hope. I hope that's what that means. And that's from Santa Muerte. I'll try to say, because if you guys text or like comment later, what is that deck? I'm not gonna come back to this video and like find whatever it was. Like, probably, unless I'm feeling particularly nice that day. February, I got 3 of Wands. This is from Light Seers Tarot. And I like this image because I'm trying to conjure. I think of the 3 of Wands as being kind of a foresight card, like being able to look towards the future, you know? It's a portal of creativity to look into the future. And I specifically picked this one to show you guys because I sort of want to manifest the athleticism of this surfer chick. Maybe February will be when I really get back on skates and start feeling that vitality coming back to me, because I was starting to, like, I was basically roller skating was cardio, and I was having so much fun doing it that I was doing it several times a week, and I was starting to get a little bit toned, but I was doing it for like less than a month before I injured myself. So didn't really get to see the results of that, but I was starting to feel the results of it, of all those happy exercise endorphins, just like this surfer girl probably feels. So I kind of want to conjure this as well. March, I got the Chariot. Which is interesting because last year I got it for January. And this is my favorite Chariot card. I just love the horse with its hair being blown back. So this is from Wild Unknown. April, I got 9 of Pentacles. I love this 9 of Pentacles with Elvira from Goth Mancy Tarot. I got a lot of fucking pentacles this year because check this out. So that's April. Just keep these like this because I'll keep losing track of where I am in the year. Okay. May, I got 10 of Pentacles. This is from Desert Illuminations Tarot, and it's been trimmed. Normally it has a border, but I trimmed it. How gorgeous is this image? I should buy a print of this. I'm pretty sure she sells prints of a bunch of... Yeah, I should buy a print of that. So that's May. June, I got 8 of Pentacles. 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles. All in a row. 9, then 10, then 8. How crazy is that? This one's from Tarot of the Cat People. I just really like the idea of, like, these 2 women are learning to play, or maybe this one is teaching this one, this instrument, and sort of the honing of that craft. Oh, I didn't even mention another thing I accomplished in December was getting my Oracle deck out there for you guys, for anybody that wants to buy it. Check the link below if you would like a copy of my Plant Oracle deck. Okay, what was that? See, I keep losing track. July. July is 3 of Cups. I love this 3 of Cups. And hey, mermaid energy in the summer. And that 3 of Cups energy. Love it. August. I got the World. Oh, that's Shadowscapes, by the way. This is Tarot of Vampires World card. And I love that because that's a very dancer card to me as well. And being that my song of the year is about dancing. I'm hoping for a lot of happy dancing energy in 2022. For sure. I am ready. September, I got Knight of Pumpkins, also known as Knight of Pentacles. So September, I will probably need to remind myself to just take it slow, man. October, which is my birth month, I got the sun. How amazing is that? Oh, that was Halloween tarot. And this is Nefertari's tarot. November, I got Judgment. And this is from Darkwood Tarot. So I might be able to finally realize my dream of becoming a vampire this November. Yeah, I'm ready. And then December next year, I got the Ten of Cups. This is from Sasray Beto Tarot, and I have trimmed it a little bit just because my edges were getting really worn, so I just trimmed off the part of the black borders. I love this Ten of Cups, just sitting around a campfire, because that's absolutely how I see the Ten of Cups energy. It's gorgeous. So there you go. That is my sort of wheel of the year, 1 card per month, my animal of the year, my word of the year, release, and then also abundance, because that's the key word on my goddess of the year. And my song of the year being dress. So hey, I don't know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh yeah, I told you I was going to show you my planner. So basically, I'm trying to be a little bit more organized with my journaling. So my plan is, I finally worked it out. It's very, very fucking simple. But my plan is, I am going to, so there's a monthly spread, or, a month thing inside my planner. And I have the card of the month at the top, and I'm just going to fill in my card of the day, which I wasn't even doing something that organized before. I was just keeping track of everything in journals, very haphazard, not easy to find later. But from now on, my planner is going to be the place where I write down my card of the day. It's also going to be the place where, this is my day. Where I sort of I have a few lines per day. Unfortunately, they don't give me very much room for the weekend. But my plan is to write down things that actually happened during the day. So I'm not really keeping this planner for actually planning things, despite the fact that I have some of my depth year goals and projects and stuff in the back. And stuff about my budget and stuff is in the notes of the back. But other than that, these spaces are just going to be for actual facts of the day. And whenever I want to just make little lists or do free writing type shit or talk about my feelings or whatever, it's going to be in journals, which for me, journals have always been, just whatever I can get my hands on at the time, like this silly little thing, or a composition notebook or whatever. My journals are always a total mishmash of a million different things. So going back and looking at journals is not super useful for me, but my planner, this way, if all of my cards are written down in this easy way, I can look back and see what card did I get the most in 2022? Because the way that I kept track of it before is really, really, I would, at the back of my current journal, I would do this. And then my card of the day, if I remembered, I would come back to the back of my journal and I would do a little tick mark next to my card of the day, but I would forget where I left off. So this isn't complete. Or maybe I, marked something more than once or whatever, and that just wasn't. So in the future, at the end of the year, I can make a little chart like this and then go back through here and see everything from the whole year in one space, because I had several journals over the year. Anyway, whatever. The point and y'all know I don't have one, is that I was not at all organized, and now I have somewhat more of an organized system. Somewhat. My card of the day and card of the month and things that actually happen during the day are going to get written in here. Like actual facts. Like if I'm wanting to look back later and be like, okay, when did we get that? Whatever. It'll be in here. You know, something that is actually tangible. And then all the intangible, free writing, scrawling, making lists of crazy things is all going to be in the journal. I'm thinking that this makes sense. It's going to be hard for me to like make this into a habit, but I'm going to try. I'm really going to try because I want to be more organized with what's going on in my fucking life. And I don't know, should I explain like what I'm doing for my depth year? Basically, I just have a budget because my problem is online spending. I spend way too much goddamn money online, and it's historically it's been money that I don't actually have. So I'm going to really try to stick to a budget of $30 a week on internet spending. And I think that's really lenient. Like, I don't love that I'm being that lenient with myself, but I think that's what I'm gonna have to do for a while at least, and maybe I can readjust it later, be a little bit stricter with myself. I'm also trying to focus on acquiring used tarot decks as often as possible, not only through just finding them used, but also just, you know, if friends don't have a deck that's on my wish list in their purgatory that they want to send to me, and vice versa, like, do I really need it? You know? I don't know. I want to be brave enough to do a no-buy, to be honest, guys. I really want to be brave enough to do it, but I don't think I am. And I don't think I'm ready. I feel like if I tried to do that right now, it wouldn't go well. I am going to have a no-buy February, simply because I'm doing a digital detox, like no internet February kind of thing. I haven't figured out exactly all the rules surrounding that yet, but I've got till February. And yes, I picked February because it's the shortest month, but that's definitely going to be, it's going to end up being a no-buy month simply because I won't be buying anything on the internet because I won't be on the internet in February. So anyway, wish me luck. I'm really going to try to, you know, I'm going to try not to charge my credit card in 2022. That's the biggest goal. If I achieve that and nothing else in 2022, I mean, I really have bigger ambitions than that, but if I do that, I will consider 2022 a success. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up now because this is going to take forever to upload. Thanks for listening, guys. What are your plans for 2022? Do you do like resolutions and depth years and journaling and planners, and like, show me your planner. I want to see it. I think other people would too. So, I mean, mine isn't like a fancy anything. I don't even know like what brand it is or anything. It's just one I found on Amazon for like $10, and I kind of wish that I'd gotten something else because, first of all, I don't even like the color. I put too many stickers on it already. Like, I'm kind of disappointed in how thin the pages are. So anyway, but this is what I got. So whatever. Do you guys have a recommendation for a really cool planner that's like less than, I mean, I think $30 would be okay to spend. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Okay.